Okay, here we are, boys and girls. Combat Arms Classic, as I said previously, would be coming back regardless of the votes. Is it what we all expected? Of course not. With anyone that owns CA, that is expected. To do exactly what other people don't want you to do. It was the same with Nexon, and I already feel it's going to be the same with Velof. So, if you can see, if this will load, it says Combat Arms the Classic, but they should have done it Combat Arms onto top of the, so it looks. That's just the inner graphic designer and me just saying that, and I've seen other people's videos on the subject matter and they said the same thing, but you know, I have an inner graphic designer in me as well, so yeah. So we're just gonna have a look at the website. This is what I was concerned about. Back in what time was it? Like a couple of weeks ago, when I looked up the whole Velof stuff, someone said they were in charge of a game that they basically exploited the sexuality of women, or 3D or 2D women, you know, to get kids to spend money on, and this is just ridiculous. Like, that's already proving the point people were making from the very beginning. And let's just talk about this. Vote more for closed beta testing. That's not even English. It should be vote more for closed beta testing. And what's really got me riled up, this isn't even classic Combat Arms. This is cancer Combat Arms. This is the era that killed Combat Arms completely. You can't call something a classic when it's not even a classic. And this is just my inner opinion of someone who's been playing the game since 2008. But this is not the fucking classic era of Combat Arms. Excuse my language. But it just isn't. You can't claim something to be classic just because it got pushed as a reloaded version. It got pushed as a reloaded version as a chance of a revival that failed. Just reverting it back to what it was prior to Reloaded does not make the game a fucking classic version. Of course, in a way it does make it a classic version because you can't play this version anymore. But this is not classic. Classic is before the NX abuse, before all that bullshit that stopped so many people like myself from playing in just public lobbies, just due to the amount of fucking cancer people, the amount of money people would spend just to get the smallest advantage. I'm not saying it was a massive advantage. As a good player myself, I can shit on anyone in this game with any GP weapon at all. Like, any GP weapon I can shit on absolutely anyone, regardless of how much money they spend. They're obviously going to have an advantage, and if I did the same thing and spent thousands of fucking dollars on this game, I'd be 100 times better than if they had the exact same NX rares and stuff as me, or epics. That's why so many people like myself were forced to sit in fucking CGO and Woggle fucking pub lobbies and just scrim non-stop, because you couldn't pub without getting fucking just tilted for the amount of cancer in this game. And I have a feeling Velof is going to not only do this game even worse than Nexon did with microtransactions, they're going to make it abysmal, to the point where what's the point announcing a classic game if you're just going to kill it the same way Nexon did? I don't understand the marketing move here. If they wanted players back, the only way they could have done that was going back to the real classic era. And I know people are going to have their own opinions on this, and that's completely fine. But you can't claim a game to be classic when it's not even the classic that everyone remembers. 2012 CA, 2013 CA was dying, and that's what they want to bring back, the dying end of CA, which doesn't make any logical sense to me. Yeah, sure, they're going to get some of the players that played the game consistently from 2012 onwards. Yes, but they're not going to hit the massive margin they could hit by going back a couple extra years to the original HUD, like I stated in my previous video, that I was so excited for. Now I've just lost all hope in Velof, and I probably won't even try this out, because I know, for one, the servers are going to be garbage. I know they're going to add microtransactions from day one closed beta. I know they're going to make everyone's account merge, so everyone keeps all their NX rares and all their NX epics, and it's just going to be a cesspool of absolute abuse. So I just don't understand the marketing move here. I understand they're going to get a bigger player base than if they push with Reloaded, but it doesn't make sense. Why? Oh, I'm gonna stop the video here. I'm so disappointed. This is not what I expected them to think classic combat arms was. Like I saw in another person's video. Shout out to Roko, or Ryko, how you say his name. He was talking about it from, you know, a business perspective. Like, man, I just don't even know. I don't want to continue this video. I'm just getting mad at just thinking about it. Just anyway, that's it. I can't do this anymore. CA is officially dead to me. If this goes to plan and this actually happens and they don't actually bring the classic version of Combat Arms, CA is dead. They've killed it. Like, it's not coming back from the grave. The one chance of reviving it, they've just thrown out the drain. And they're not even using footage. They're just using random YouTube clips. Like, I don't understand. But yeah, that's it.